Hey, what's up everybody? David here, and want to talk to you today about the number one roadblock that gets in the way of creating a loving and chemistry-filled relationship for, especially for successful guys who can be quite busy and have a lot of things going on. And so, over talking with thousands of guys now, personally and directly over the years, about what's not working, what is working, roadblocks, challenges, what guys want in terms of their love lives, and what's really getting in the way from attracting their ideal relationship with their ideal lady. Patterns start to emerge, right? Patterns start to emerge. And so, I'll hear all kinds of things. I'll hear, well, I don't know what to do and say. That's a common one, right? I'm just really afraid to go talk to women, to go talk to her. I'm an introvert. I recently made, a video about that, a podcast about that. So I can't be more engaging in conversation or a bit more social, right? I'm getting stuck in the friend zone, and I don't know what to do, or it's just me. I've even recently seen a guy say there's no solution. I just, what he actually said, I feel like there is no solution. He feels like that, but that, of course, doesn't mean it's true. And obviously it's not. That's why I exist. It's to help guys change and fix and resolve all this stuff so they can have what they want. So you hear it all across the board, right? You hear it, it's because I'm, not billionaire rich, right? It's not because I have six-pack abs, or I don't look like a model. I'm too old, I'm too young, whatever, everything. I hear it all, right? But ultimately it all comes down to a lot of the same stuff and same patterns. And the thing I want to address is, and it's one of the trickiest things that I've had to deal with, and that I've helped a lot of clients deal with too, is this. The number one roadblock to having a loving, supportive, chemistry-filled relationship is avoidance. Okay? Avoidance of actually addressing the root issue, okay, of which there are a few different ones, several different ones, but there are patterns to that too, right? For guys, especially successful professionals, businessmen, entrepreneurs, and the like. And one of the easiest things to blame that on and to use as an avoidance excuse is busyness, time factor because of work, and blame it on that only. Look, we all get busy. And certainly, I have some empathy, especially for like a startup entrepreneur. It's going to take a lot of time. But see, that stuff can turn into a pattern that goes on and on for years. And so workaholism is a big one. I talk about that in my free ebook as one of the main 7 roadblocks. But it all comes down to avoidance, right? Trying to make online dating apps work when they don't work at all to get the highest quality woman, because the guy wants to avoid having to overcome his fear of, meeting and talking to women in person, and meeting women socially, like I always talk about, through social means, which can happen anywhere and everywhere, by the way. You have to set up the strategy right for you, but it literally can happen anywhere and everywhere, especially when we get into vibe and all that kind of stuff. But again, another form of avoidance, right? Trying to use online dating. Coming under the illusion, well, because I can sit at home on my couch and swipe through and just do this, that it's gonna, the dates are gonna come rushing in. Not only come rushing in, they're gonna come rushing in with beautiful women. I speak to many, many guys, right, over the years I've spoken to, and they pretty much all find the same thing, which is it's even hard to get a date with an average girl. And sometimes the overweight and the women who aren't attractive are giving them attitude on the apps, because they're all getting inundated by guys who are hoping the same. It'd just be easy. I swipe. But the ROI is really low, right? The return on investment is low for a real result to get the quality, loving, supportive relationship that you want. It's hot, fun, sexy, all that. And so, meeting women out in the world socially is the best way, right? We don't talk about pickup here. Pickup is another way that you can meet women in person. I would say it's still better than online. Even though I did the pickup thing in the past, I'm not a fan. I don't believe it's the best way, the most integrated, natural way. And yeah, it's not my thing. And of course, we do things here the flip the script, non-pursuer way, don't chase, all that, where pickup has a bunch of chasing in it. You have to do pickup. That's the way it's designed. So you have to really make careful choices when it comes to what approach you want to use to the kind of result you want. And not only the kind of result you want in the immediate, but in the long-term future of the relationship. But again, we can blame it on the kids. We can blame it on all kinds of circumstances. And really, we all have challenges in life. And there is times when we have to take time away, truth be told. But if it's consistently, okay, I've got to take care of mom or dad, or it's because of work, and it's happening for years and years on end, that's an avoidance, right? I come from the standpoint that we're the center of what we attract and create, because that's the way it really works in all my studies of this stuff and beyond, and what I've gotten help with and now help successful guys with. So, right, you're the center point of your attraction and the creation of your relationships. So you have to take a good hard look, and look, that's your choice. You got to realize you're making a choice, that it's not just the way reality is. You're actively making a choice. Well, unconsciously making a choice if you're not aware of it, because it all starts with awareness. Awareness is key. That's what's really going on, and not fall into victim blaming, victim blaming mode. Like, I'm the victim, I can't help these circumstances, I can't. It just doesn't work that way if you want to be, successful, have the results you want in terms of, relationships, women, ideal relationship. So, all across the board, see it, don't have the energy. It can be anything, right? I'm just the type of guy that women feel comfortable around, but they're not attracted to. Or I'm just the type of guy that women only want to hook up with and don't want to be in a relationship with, Everything can be an avoidance excuse to take a look at what's really going on, because we're, again, as the center point, it's about us. It's about how we show up, our way of being, which drives our behaviors and therefore drives how our relationships turn out, what we attract. Some guys, I only attract gold diggers. I only attract crazy women. What is it? Why are all these women crazy? Well, they're not all crazy. Yes, some are, but not all. So what's the common point amidst those relationships? You are, I am, right? The guy is. So you have to look at and take that honest inquiry. What am I avoiding? Because avoidance is one of the hugest things. And psychologically, right, through the field of psychology, with counselors, therapists, and whatnot, avoidance is massive. We don't like things that are uncertain, okay, as human beings. And so when it comes to issues that we might have more mental, emotional challenges with, we'll do all kinds of stuff to avoid. Our subconscious mind will come up with all kinds of unique strategies that actually will seem quite rational to us and others around us. I've been a master at creating rational explanations, and thank God I've had some awesome mentors and coaches and have friends that will call me out of my bullshit, which is, a huge part of what I have to do as a coach, help guys get what they want, right, in their dating and love lives, is to be able to recognize the pattern. And unfortunately, most people's friends aren't going to do that for them, okay? They're not going to, because they don't have the awareness or skills, A, or B, they may, but they don't want to risk offending you and challenging you and calling you out even in a loving way, because it might offend you, and then that, ruins the relationship, or at least ruins it for a while. And they really like you and they love you, and they don't want that to happen. They want to be around you, but they also see you struggling. But see, that's why I exist, right? I'm not there to be my client's friend. I'm there to be their coach. Now, I don't ever try to be a dick, right? I try to do it as gentle and loving as possible. And sometimes I have to amp up the directness so somebody hears me, because I've seen the same patterns over and over, and I've lived them, and I've been called on them. I had to grow beyond them. And I still have patterns that show up, right? Certain ones that I'm working on, okay? And in different areas of life too. So, and it's okay to have them. This isn't a judgment. No, you shouldn't have any blocks or negativities or patterns. No, it's part of being human. but they don't have to run the show, and we can put new patterns in place or ones that will override those patterns. Okay, does that make sense? So really quickly, I just want to mention, I'm looking for 5 successful professional guys, business guys, right? Successful in your career, your business, that really want to break through their love life challenges and create their ideal love life relationships with women in the next 60 days or so. And just note that you need to be currently, have a solid career, solid business going on. Other areas of life are going well too, right? Health, finances, friends and family is going okay, right? At least. And if that's you, you can comment below, relationship, or send me a PM to whatever's easy. Just make it easy peasy. We'll have a little chat and we can discuss the details back and forth and see if it's a fit for me to help you out. Because I really am about getting results really, really fast and not years and years of therapy and this and that. And when I talk to guys, I can tell if a guy might need to go seek some help like that. Having sought that help myself before, having quite a bit of familiarity with anxiety and even depression myself, things like that, right? It's pretty easy for me to tell because it's ultimately about pointing in the right direction that works best for you, whether that's my help or somebody else's help or another resource, okay? But again, to recap here, avoidance is the word of the day. I guess another A word, awareness, could play into that, right? Because without awareness, we can't tell we're in avoidance. But you'll know in your gut if you kind of inquire and take a look and kind of slow things down, take a little walk, go get your favorite cup of coffee or tea, do something and just introspect a little bit. Am I avoiding? Because the ultimate solution, by the way, is to prioritize, right? Have to prioritize, and then it'll start to happen quickly. And prioritizing means being committed to, taking care of this area of your life. So I hope that helps. Pardon me, it's meant to help. The what and the why here of what gets in the way and what to do to get over this stuff. But again, it's like, yes, working on the mindset and the skill sets and the vibe all matter. But of course, if you don't have the priority and the commitment and you're stuck in avoidance, none of that can happen, right? It's like you have to unlock it with the priority and the commitment to overcome, because there are challenges every guy has, some more than others, but they're all overcomeable in the end, in my experience and my belief. So that's what I got for you today. I hope it helps, and we will talk to you next time. See ya.